Hi, welcome to our Burken Road Reports Spring 2013 presentation on Sanderson Farms. I'm Kumar and my fellow analysts are Clement Berwigner, Donald Faust, Ichin Lee and Zoe May. I will start with Sanderson Farms company description, management performance, background and shareholder analysis. Then analyze the poultry industry and the specific risks that the company is facing. In the end, I will present our investment summary and valuation results for Sanderson Farms. Sanderson Farms is an integrated chicken processing company. It began operations in Mississippi in 1947. In 1987, the company had its initial public offer and trades in NASDAQ under the ticker SAFM. It became the third largest poultry processor in the United States in 2012. Sanderson Farms is headquartered in Laurel, Mississippi. The company operates 7 feed mills, 8 hatcheries, and 9 processing plants. These operations are located in Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and North Carolina. Currently, it can process 9.4 million chicken heads per week. Sanderson Farms provides a large selection of processed and prepared chicken products. Its total value-added processed chicken products account for 95.2% of the total sales in the same year and has been consistently growing over the past 5 years. The company is active in the Southeast, Southwest, Northeast, and West of United States. It also exports to Mexico, Russia, and China. Now, let's examine Sanderson Farms' management performance and background. The company had a strong comeback in 2012 from 2011 in terms of profitability, return on assets, return on equity, and return on invested capital. The company paid 68 cents dividend per share in 2012. Sanderson Farms management team consists of experienced professionals who are industry experts and possess sufficient qualification to steer the company's business. The company's board of directors has 13 members from diversified industries and background. All the members have worked on the board for at least 3 years. Joe Sanderson Jr. is the chairman and chief executive officer. Mr. Sanderson Jr. is the second generation of the Sanderson family business. He served in different positions in the company before becoming the CEO of the company in 1989 and chairman in 1998. Lumpkin Butts is the president, chief operating officer, and director. He started his career at Sanderson Farms in 1973. Mike Cockrell is chief financial officer, treasurer, and director. He is with Sanderson Farms since 1993. Institutional investors won more than 90% of all Sanderson Farms outstanding shares. During 2012, most institutional investors maintained their holding in the company. Royce & Associates is still the majority shareholder, owning 11% of outstanding shares. Joe Sanderson Jr., CEO of the company, is the largest inside shareholder, owning 3.47% of Sanderson Farms shares. His stake in the company has dropped from around 5% in 2011 to 3.47% in 2012. But such changes have been normal during the past few years. Now let's discuss the dynamics of the poultry industry. As a staple industry, the poultry sector has been highly regulated, concentrated, and competitive. Several factors have shaped this industry and affected Sanderson Farms' performance in a significant way. The most influential factor is the feed cost. In the chicken industry, corn and soybean account for more than half of the cost of the final products. The prices for corn and soybean can be highly volatile due to factors like weather, which can have a dramatic impact on the production levels and thus the prices. And also the alternative use of corn, such as its use for ethanol and a renewable fuel standard, influences prices. The poultry industry is very competitive. Top 4 players comprise of roughly 55% of the total market share. Startup costs are high, and distribution channels and clients are already secured by the existing companies. Producers can only differentiate their products from other competitors by their brand names. These characteristics make it very difficult for any new entrants. Chicken can be easily replaced by other protein products such as beef and pork. Let's discuss the various risks the company faces. First, there is a feed risk, which can negatively affect the company's bottom line. As mentioned earlier, Sanderson Farms is vulnerable to the fluctuations of corn and soybean prices. The company is also affected by the Georgia dog price, which sets the chicken price. Similarly, there is a cyclical risk in terms of consumer demand, which varies according to economic factors. The distinctive trend of seasonality could create unstable cash flows for the company and hinder its capacity to manage resources and plans. Other types of risk include contamination risk due to avian influenza that could reduce customers' willingness to purchase chicken products even if the disease had not reached the United States. Also, there are weather risks as the company mainly operates in Gulf Coast where hazardous weather events such as hurricane and tornadoes occur frequently. The company must also deal with legislative risk related to domestic and international regulatory measures. However, Sanderson Farms appreciate the oversight of the government because it assists with the quality control imposed on the company's entire production process. With this qualitative analysis, we now present our investment considerations for Sanderson Farms. The cost of chicken feed will continue to be a major impacting factor on company's profitability. Severe drought in the United States and Russia have impacted the corn's and soybeans' global production level and driven prices up, which has significantly affected the company's performance. Another issue that may impact Sanderson Farm is that company has decided to raise its production to 100% of its capacity in 2013, intended to grasp market share and reduce per unit cost. The main problem that may arise from this decision is that without significant increase in consumption, the market would experience a supply surplus and the prices will go down, impacting every market player's profitability. But Sanderson Farms management believes that this surplus will be consumed by the market and does not consider the company's raising production significant enough to destabilize the market. The company has also prepared another way to increase its market share in the coming years by building another processing complex. The site of the new plant in Texas is still under consideration. Other opportunities for company include the rising domestic demand for chicken. Because of a more optimistic economic environment, Sanderson Farms sales have greater growth potential for 2013. The export market presents a greater opportunity for increased profits, and in 2012, the exports revenue account for roughly 13% of the company's sales. Our team did a comprehensive valuation of Sanderson Farms. To evaluate the 12-month market price of Sanderson Farms, we have made the following assumptions. First, we assume there will not be any significant change in the general environment of the industry. Second, we do not expect any drastic fluctuations in the chicken consumption. Third, we suppose Sanderson Farms will not make any significant change in its scope of business in the near future. Lastly, we assume the company will remain at a stable production level considering its 10-year historical data. With the assumptions we made, we applied several valuation models to project Sanderson Farms' 12-month target price. The models that we used are discounted free cash flow model, discounted free cash flow to equity model, dividend discount model, price to book multiple model, and price to cash flow per share model. However, after comparison and deliberation, we have decided that the discounted free cash flow to equity model is not appropriate for our valuation because we couldn't find a reasonable cost of equity as there is no appropriate benchmark for the company. We also consider dividend discount model unsuitable because Sanderson Farms during the past several quarters have maintained an unchanged dividend per share, which we think could not truly reflect the fact that the Sanderson Farms has been growing rapidly in the past few years. Furthermore, Tyson Foods Incorporated and Pilgrim's Pride have more diversified, larger scaled businesses, and Purdue Farms is unlisted. Therefore, there is no proper benchmark for the market for us to evaluate Sanderson Farms with the multiple models. In the end, we only adopt the discounted free cash flow model. We calculated the target prices based on each model, and the chart shown here illustrates a comparison of each valuation results. However, the ultimate 12-month target price that we agreed on is $59, which is derived from the discounted free cash flow model, and we give Sanderson Farms a rating of market perform. This concludes our equity research presentation for Sanderson Farms. Thank you very much for listening to us. Disclaimer: the book and tour reports are produced solely as part of an educational program at Tulane University's Freeman School of Business. The reports are not investment advice, and you should not rely on them in making any investment decisions. You should consult an investment professional and/or conduct your own primary research regarding any potential investment. Thank you.